Thanks so much, Kara. I'm excited to be joining you today.
And these are tried and true ideas, right?
These are tried and true ideas. I'm calling this fancy family holiday getaways.
I love it. This first place I too have been somewhat during the holiday time, and it's magical, New York City.
Yes, absolutely. I think everybody should try to go to New York at least once during the holidays if you can in your life, because it's truly magical. I have to say, last time I went, I actually stayed at Jimmy Buffett's new Margaritaville resort. And I know that sounds kind of weird for New York, but right on Times Square. It's brand new, and I thought it was great for kids. So I highly recommend it if you really want to enjoy the city and be, right downtown.
And then you also just showed the ice skating there in Rockefeller Center. That's just history right there.
It's history right there. The past couple of times I've been, it snowed, which is always magical as well. It's cold, but it's magical. But it's just such a fun place to be. There's so much to explore in New York City with or without families. There's tons of museums, but nothing can beat, going to see the Rockettes at Radio City, or even like just wandering around the neighborhoods and getting hot chocolate. We went to Soho, which is really fun if you've never been, and explored a great place called the Color Factory, which is an immersive art museum. So that was really fun. And actually we took my parents and they had a great time. So it's really fun for kids of all ages.
It's called the Color Factory? What all do they have there?
The Color Factory. It's literally an immersive art museum. So you go in and you play with colors and music, and it really, it's very interactive, and you follow them around and you go from room to room, and there's a color wheel, and it was just a great time for all of us.
And that's I like the shopping in Soho, but that's much more fun for kids. And then the Rockettes, did you have your kids see the Rockettes?
The kids saw the Rockettes, and again, it's something that we took my mother-in-law, my parents, so it was very multi-generational. Everybody enjoys it, and we got tickets last minute, like the day of. So I think, a lot of people plan ahead of time, but we were still able to get tickets day of. So, it's just kind of take it easy and do what you can. But yeah, back to your shopping, I kind of said, we'll go to Color Factory if I can go shopping afterwards.
It's the deal, man.
Everybody gets their little time in.
So you have Tuscany then on your list. What makes Tuscany great during the holidays?
I do. Look, I have to say, I know that it's a big trip, but I really think that if you're going to be in Italy, and a lot of people are going this year, people focus on the big cities, but if you can go an hour and a half north of Rome, check out Tuscany. And we went to a resort called Terme di Saturnia, and it's in a little town called Saturnia, and it's famous for its thermal waters, and they're actually heated. So you have these sulfurous waters that are really healing, and we just had a great time. We were, it's very busy when you do a trip like Italy, but it was nice to get away for a couple of days and really relax in a resort. We went biking, there's cooking classes, there's yoga, so there's a little bit for everybody.
And that was during the holidays that you went there?
We did go during the holidays. Like I said, the waters are heated, so you can go in and experience the thermal waters even in the winter, which is fantastic.
Oh, that looks like a lot of fun. Because you think about Tuscany
beautiful.
and the wine tasting, but that it's a great place for family too. It's good to know.
Exactly. There's just so much to do, and it gives you a little bit of a break from the sightseeing of the big cities.
I love it. Okay, next is Palm Beach, Florida. We're heading to the sun.
Yes,
right?
We're heading to the sun. I love to go, somewhere warm during the holidays, especially if you live in a cold climate. And we went to Palm Beach and we checked out the Breakers, which is a gorgeous resort there. It was founded by Henry Flagler at the end of the 1800s. And it was one of these places that burned down twice, but they rebuilt, and it became famous with the big families like the Astors and the Rockefellers, and it really maintains that beauty today. There's so much for families to do. They have tons of events during the holidays. Because you're in a warmer climate, you're on the beach. They have movie nights during the holidays, breakfast with Santa, but you can also rent bikes and go bike riding. And we got caught in the rain one day, and they have a great arcade with like Xbox and all that kind of fun stuff for the tweens too.
And where do you fly into?
So you can fly into Palm Beach. We flew into Miami and just drove. It's about an drive from Miami.
And what has been your favorite place ever to spend New Year's Eve? I'm just curious.
Oh, geez. I have to say I've done the Times Square thing and it was a big pain, but it was so worth it. I'm so glad I did it. It was freezing, but it's a once in a lifetime experience and I'm so glad that I did it.
Oh, I've never done that. That's on my bucket list for sure. Guillemard, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kara.
Yeah, great tips today. We're going to have more information about Guillemard and her blog on our website at katcu.com, but stick right there. We'll be